Hello, welcome, one and all. I'm Average Zen, your host of Average Zen Presents, and you are catching us on an Achievement Hunters Lodge edition. This Thursday, we're streaming live 10 to 12 on Twitch at Average Zen Presents. Of course, you can always catch it later at Average Zen on YouTube, and reach out to us on socials at Average Zen, Blue Sky, Twitch, or Twitter, X, and all that stuff. Yeah. This is going to be a weird day. Bear with me. Let's start out, number one, by you giving us a like, subscribe, comment, or follow in case you have not already, because we're all a big family here. Take the second. It helps us out tremendously, and you can, stay up to date with all of our shenanigans across all the formats. And bringing you news like this. If you like achievements, then you might want to pay attention to this. It will only be relevant for the next 48 hours or so. Let's talk about the achievement we're going after today and why we're going after it today and why it's going to be such a grind. So I read this article this morning about from MtG Rock saying MTG arena players rush to earn last-minute achievements by Nathan Ball. 3 days to play 450 games. As you might have heard, this coming Saturday, May 10th, will mark the full official launch of Pioneer on MTG Arena. While still incomplete in terms of cards, this is where Wizards is choosing to draw the line in the sand. The placeholder Explorer format will be retired, and it'll just be Digital Pioneer from here on out. One interesting side effect of this transition is that the in-game achievements related to Explorer will be retired from MTG Arena, making them completely unobtainable from May 10th onwards. Dun dun dun! Side note, I did glance over the announcement from Arena, announcing the shift to Pioneer format, and while it did mention additional cards, I did not see any mention of the additional of the Explorer achievements being unobtainable. However, in the spirit of Glassnose, this may not sound like the biggest deal in the grand scheme of MTG or even MTG Arena. Achievements have only just arrived on MTG Arena after all, so who cares if one or two slip through your grass? We care, this is what we do. Well, turns out some MTG Arena players care, actually, to the point where they're now playing bizarre non-games to try and earn the Explorer achievements before Saturday. It's Thursday, as of this taping. Before we look at just what these players are doing, let's break down the specifics of the situation right now. Right now, there are 3 Explorer-related achievements in MTG Arena: Exploring Mage I, II, and III. Tier 1 requires you to play 25 games of Explorer. Tier 2 needs 150. Tier 3 needs 450. These are the only achievements tied to the format, which means they're the only 3 that will be retired on May 10th when Pioneer takes over. The rewards for completing the achievements aren't huge, just an I'm on a quest emote and the Veteran Explorer title, but they do exist. This will come up later. Players who want these rewards need to earn them now. As an additional incentive, Wizards notes in the official announcement article that those who finished Exploring Mage III will also automatically finish the Pioneer equivalent post-update. This comes with a new title as well, Prominent Pioneer. In order to lock up these achievements this week, MTG Arena players are engaging in some truly bizarre play patterns. According to Hey Oit on Twitter, the unranked Explorer queues are currently full of players spamming 0-mana artifacts and then conceding the game. Since the achievement doesn't specify ranked Explorer, this is a good strategy. The 0-mana artifact bit is a bit down to how Arena counts games towards achievements. Simply conceding a game right away won't progress an achievement. So, rules of engagement, dun dun dun. Instead, you need to cast at least 2 spells in a game for it to count. Good to know. I have questions though, because we've shown videos on this channel getting achievements where in a direct best of 3 tournament style match where Hobbit Snake and I both conceded to each other to get the down but not out achievement, even though the achievements specifically say, if you hover over them, that you cannot get this achievement in a direct match. But it does. So there's some dispute about what exactly are the actual rules of engagement. But in this case, I've tested it, and this is true. I found this to be true, at least under these circumstances. So, what does this bring us to? Hold on. First off, I want to see the official announcement article because, this is a different one than I saw. Okay, prominent pioneer. Players who previously completed this achievement and obtained the title Veteran Explorer will keep their old title and be granted the new one, Prominent Pioneer. Okay, so we get to what this is about. This is about status. Okay, this is about, are you a serious gamer? Are you gonna be one of those people that has it all? Well, this is how we get it all today. This is what we're doing. This is what it's come to. I really hope there's some people that show up in chat because I'm going to be bored out of my mind and would love to talk to you all. So please keep it lively, folks. For those of you watching later on YouTube, I'll edit out most of this. So I don't know if we're going to see even this. That's the advantages of watching on Twitch. Maybe today, not so much, unless we get a good conversation going. That's on you guys. So what are we doing with the deck? Well, we've got all the 0 mana colorless artifacts that we have access to without crafting anything crazy. You can add X spells, you can add 1 mana colorless spells. This just makes it faster because you have to choose. It's like, oh, are you sure X when you 0? So for expedience sake, I have just gone with 39 wastes and the rest of all the 0 mana artifacts I have. If you don't, it's fine. If you have an X cost, it's fine. It just takes a few seconds longer. Here's what we're going to find out, though. There's a lot of people doing this. And there's a lot of people very upset that this is happening to their beloved format right now. But Quester's going to quest. So what you'll see is that there's going to be 3 types of people we're going to play up against today. And number 1, it's going to be people doing the same thing we're going to do. And so our play pattern will be, if we're on the play, we play our spells, pass the turn, wait to see if they play their 2 spells to count for the quest, and then one of us will concede. Sometimes you'll see somebody say hello, and then they'll say, I'm on a quest. But they did not say hello, I'm on a quest, and they did not play any 0 mana or X artifacts, so I'm going to assume they're not on the quest. And move and go ahead and play our 2 things and move on. Since we have hearted or favorited the achievement, we can see our progress go up. So we're at 132 out of 150 for the tier 2. And even when we get that, that'll still leave us 300 games of that, what we just did, away from getting the achievement. Yes. So let's talk about real fast before we go into that slog. And we'll go ahead and say we have completed every midweek Magic since the Arena achievements came out. And so, boom. In fact, we posted our deck for this week's, if it's still available. I believe it might be, so there's still time as of this. 15 hours. You got time. Hopefully if I get this up in time on YouTube, you might even see it later on YouTube and be like, oh, thanks for the reminders, and get that in there. But with that being said, I was going to do a whole bunch of limited today. We were so close to getting some limited games checked off on our Explorer, our limited achievements. Well, here we are, find ourselves under the gun thanks to this name change. I don't know if it had to happen like this, but this is what we're doing now. Because we will have them all. We will have all the achievements. I've seen this. People are playing the ley line. It takes too long, honestly. It takes too long. And you see, they're on the quest too, and they concede, and we all move on our way. But, yeah, I'm looking for bell curve average, fastest games possible, because we have so many games to grind through. And be polite. Don't play your two. If you're on the play, don't play your two spells and walk off. Other people are trying to do this too. Not this person. That's okay. Hopefully they let us get our achievement before some people get salty and concede, while your spell's still hovering. I have seen that it does not count. You have to resolve the spell. You have to resolve the spell. So if they assault rope you for some reason because they're offended that this is how we're having to do things now, I mean, what do they expect? What is the alternative? That we build an Explorer deck and legitimately in the next 2 days play over 300 games of Explorer? You may be aware, but some of us do have things to do. And this announcement came so quickly. I mean, we've known about this less than a week, and I just found out about this yesterday because I don't keep up with every announcement that comes out of Wizards. Okay, they're obviously not doing the thing, so let's just move on. And that's the other. We've run into the first two kinds of people we're going to be up against. There's a third, the salty ones that we've talked about that we haven't seen yet, but we're up against people that are doing the same thing with various decks, people that have no idea what's going on and are just trying to play. MtG Story Recaps is also another person doing the same, so you're going to start seeing the same names. I don't know why they could have had to concede up there. So this is turning into quite the social experiment to see what happens to the Explorer format when a whole bunch of different reasons all of a sudden exist for everyone to be playing in this format, and they get a spike of people in the play queue that they're not used to. I just imagine crotchety old people like myself getting stuck playing against all these people like ourselves. And you're like, oh god, not a fucking arena. If it's not people salt roping you, now I gotta deal with this. Alright, we're close. We're 6 games away. I am curious, does our stats look like for this deck? Let me see here. We're going ranked, no. Play queue. Explore. Less than a minute ago we played this deck. So it looks like our average time is about 30 seconds. Yes. Playtime 20 seconds. Playtime 26 seconds. Very nice. All right. Oh my goodness. This is nuts. But our hand has been forced. Our hand has been forced. If we're going to get the achievement, we have to do this. And we're making friends along the way. We're helping other people too get achievements. This has turned into the culmination of what this show is about, actually, when you think about it. Look at this. Look at this bizarre gameplay. You see what's going on? We just... This is very strange play indeed. But this is not our fault. It's not our fault, man. You know, we're doing this out of necessity now. This is some of the most bizarre gameplay I have seen on Arena in years and years and years and years. Yeah. And it's all thanks to the achievement system. So we are in glory. We are living in glory, Valhalla land of the Achievement Hunters Lodge here today because our particular niche on Thursdays is taking center stage over the next few days. Are they on a quest? And we shall see. They are on a quest. Very good, sir. I see your quest, and they beat us to the conceit. This is so weird. This is so weird. We've been labeling our decks as that before now. Oh, come on. What? What? Maybe they tried to concede to see if that would work. I did test that. Does not work. Despite the fact that we have seen conceding without playing a spell trigger multiple achievements. Alright, MtG story recaps, you know the drill. Let's do this. Just hit the concede button. They could have beat us to it. Rude. Rude. And our sudden micro niche of culture, rude. These rules that we just came up with in the past 48 hours. This is hilarious. What are you supposed to do? This is the only thing that is the only option they've given us, if this is true. Oh, we got it. We got Exploring Mage II. Hunt is officially accomplished, but we can do more. We have to do more. Played 150 games. Yep. So we have the I'm on a quest now. Oh, come on, game. The queue takes longer than the games. The queue takes longer than the games. That is amazing. Oh, see, we got Hobbit Snake online. I am curious if playing the best of 3 tournament match trick will work in this case. So I'm going to challenge to a best of 3 tournament match of not historic, not alchemy, explorer. And we'll go with our explorer. And we have challenged Hobbit Snake. And let's return home. Note 165 is what we have. That's the first time that this has happened that we've had. Alright, so we're at 165. And we concede in a best of 3, which means maybe, just maybe, each of these, some of the times I found that each of the games played in the best of 3 will count. So I expect if this does work that we will be at 167 for our count when we emerge from this game right here. So we'll go ahead and concede, and we'll see if we're at 165, 166, or 167. We are at 165. So, despite our previous investigation in uncovering the best of 3 tournament method in direct matchmaking, it seems it does not work for this quest. Thank you for your cooperation, Hobbit Snake. Appreciate you. Wallace, the mighty. Prepare for our shield and ornithopter, Wallace. We're gonna pass the turn to you in case you're on a quest. Now, Wallace, I like your companion. No, you're not on a quest. Okay. Wallace goodbye, we're on a different path, but I'll remind myself of you tonight in the bath. No, wait. Oh no. 250 games? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I have grinded many an RPG and JRPG for ridiculous things. I can do this. We can do this. Alright, many games later, we are finally honing in on our target. 448 out of 450. And this experience, I gotta say, is mind-numbingly grindy as it has been, has shown me a side of the arena community that I didn't think I thought it, I thought it was all salt rope. And this has restored my faith in the community of Magic the Gathering Arena. Honestly, to see so many people over and over again, I feel like I've made new friends here in the Explorer play queue today. Just playing some 0-mana cards and passing the turn, and the simple joy of having another person, passing the turn to another person and allowing them to do their thing so that, we're giving a little bit of our time away, not too much. See, I'm on a quest. I am also on a quest, and it's been amazing. Like, everyone in the Explorer queue, like 90% of the people in the Explorer queue today have been doing the same thing, the same bizarre play queue. If you were just a fly on the wall, you had no context for what was going on right now, this would look like a darn strange game of Magic the Gathering. And it's happening hundreds of times. As a result, the play queue times have been wild. They have been absolutely wild, anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. And I don't know if that's normal for the Explorer queue, because we started at roughly 100 games total played in Explorer. Licemans, yes, we are friends now. We follow the code of the donut, and this is wonderful. This is our 450th game. We're still playing against people that are playing the ley lines. Doesn't make any sense, but there you go. We've seen all kinds. We've seen the haters, and we've seen the love, and there it is. We've done it. We have done it. Exploring Mage III in a day. And we still have time to put this up on YouTube for those that hopefully catch it right when it comes out. A good reason to be subscribed and ring that bell notification, I would think. I hope you've enjoyed this monumentous and indeed rare achievement for the ones to come after May 10th. It's going to be out the door. It's gone. And we just got it. Part of an elite club that grinded Explorer over a few days. Veteran Explorer. Absolutely. We're going to deck that out right now. Titles. Veteran Explorer. Set to default. This has been a wonderful, wonderful time. Honestly, I had more fun than I thought than I would. And please, as always, love one another, be cool, don't be a jerk, and have fun playing Magic the Gathering. We'll see you next time.